Hello and welcome to today's live coaching call and community conversation. Today we are going to be talking about consistency, probably one of my favorite things, and how to stay consistent over time with what it is you say that you really want. So welcome. If you're new here, my name is Diane Parham. I am the creator of the online course and our community here, the Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman, as well as our Midlife Mindset Shift course. The Midlife Mindset Shift course is where we really do focus on a lot of these mindset shifts that we really do want to make in this season of life. For a lot of us, that's that midlife season. So if you're interested in that, just hang out here with us. We're getting ready to relaunch our Midlife Mindset Shift course and community, and we would love to have you join us. I'm going to do the little administrative things really quickly, and then we're going to get into today's conversation. Please make sure if you are new here that you are hitting that subscribe button. If you are on YouTube, please always make sure that if you're enjoying what we are doing here content-wise, that you're hitting that like button. We always love comments in our community as well. Your participation in these live conversations and these rebroadcasts when they go live really are helping a big community of women really feel more confident and feel like they have a place in this midlife season of life. And so we're all in this together as community, and I always appreciate that. If you're joining us on Facebook, please make sure that you are following along, that you are doing all the other little button clicky things like hitting that like button and leave me a comment over there as well. I do spend a lot of time in the comment section, so I will always make sure that I get back to you to just say hello back or answer any question or comment that you have. So we do have our intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course open for registration. It is fluid, so you can join anytime and start anytime you are ready. I put the comment in the comment section for that because I always get asked that question. So it is in the live chat feed. And then if you're joining this on the replay, it is always in the description box below. And if you're on Facebook, it's in the comment section there as well. That is always the best place to start. Okay, so let's talk about consistency. I love the word consistency. I love the mindset of consistency. I love what consistency does for us, especially when what we're consistent about is also tied to what it is that we say we really want for ourselves. And so I want us to think about that for just a second. Believe it or not, we are always consistent. We're consistently showing up. We're consistently doing things in our life. What I think a lot of us end up, kind of waking up to is the fact that the things that we're consistent about aren't always yielding us the results that we say that we really want. That is where we really need to spend some time and really be honest with ourselves about, why is it that every holiday season I gain 30 pounds? Well, because you consistently do the things around the holidays that are going to yield you a 30-pound weight gain. Why is it that I'm consistently quitting on my fitness routine? Because you just consistently quit on your fitness routine. You're consistently not making that a priority. So the thing that I think the first step into really changing how we show up, changing some of our habits, changing the disappointment in what it is we're not getting for ourselves, is realizing where we're showing up consistent and why we're allowing that to happen if we don't like the result over time of those consistent decisions and actions. And how do we make that shift so that where we are consistent is in fact in line with what it is that we say that we really want, or our why for seeking something different, right? Or striving for something different, or wanting that end result to change. We want to make sure that we're doing those things consistently. This is the true idea of making a mindset shift. You have to really get in your brain, and the thoughts that you have and the justifications that you have and the excuses that you have and the reasonings that you have for why it is you're showing up. And then question, do I like where I'm ending up with those consistent things? And if you don't like it, then you just shift and you do the things consistently over time to change the result. So the consistency part is just making the shift to do the things that's going to change the result that you're currently not happy with to be happy with. That's as simple as it is. I know we want to make it super complicated, but it doesn't have to be. It can just be you today drawing a line in the sand and saying, hey, I'm tired of the things that I've been doing that aren't yielding me the results that I say that I want. And I'm going to make the shift into doing the things consistently that I know are going to get me what I want. This is why intermittent fasting in this community is the first step in really making some changes, because it allows us this time to just pause, right? We take the distraction of food away. We take the excuses of food away. We take the busyness of food away, and we just sit and we think, and we get to really have a lot of this stuff just rise to the surface for us naturally, because we're not busied and distracted mentally, physically, and emotionally. And then we can make these mindset shifts to really go in the direction that we want to go. I thought it was interesting. I always do a little bit of research when I do these lives with you to kind of get my mind right. So I make sure I deliver a message that's going to be useful for you. And I typed the word midlife into an internet browser, and I got a medical warning, which I think is fascinating. Since when is midlife, especially for women, a medical condition? Like, that was shocking to me and a little disappointing. But anyways, I digress. What you want to get results with in your life, you're going to have to be consistent with those activities. I use a planner. I don't have it in here with me. I have it, I think, in the living room. I write down everything, and I see where it is I'm showing up. I have proof that if I do these things and I do them consistently, then this is the result that I'm going to get. We already know that because we've done things before. We've just quit. So the consistency over time philosophy that I like to coach on here is, are you willing to show up for yourself enough times so that over time you're going to have the things happen for you? I have been very dedicated to my fitness routine, a very specific fitness routine since June. So going on 5 months now, 4 months. And I walk around the house and I just kind of catch glimpses of my physique, right? And I'm like, wow, the shape of my legs is really changing. I think this is changing. And I don't think about all the work that I've done over the past 4 or 5 months until I really sit down and go, well, of course they're changing. I've consistently shown up for myself over these last 4 or 5 months, and it's showing, right? And then you can kind of put those puzzle pieces together and then provide that proof for yourself. So in the Midlife Mindset Shift course, we just finished what I call a GKI testing week. And it is a week that we dedicate to testing this lifestyle that we have chosen to live. And has the work and the commitment that we've dedicated to taking care of ourselves in this midlife season, is it yielding the results that we want? And it's beautiful. It's a beautiful process to watch happen inside of our group, because the proof is there if you're consistently showing up. And so we do this test to see like what it takes for our body to produce ketones, what our blood sugars are doing, and the combination of those two things. And then we just rinse and repeat that process. It's a beautiful thing. And it's the same thing that I share with you guys here with how to approach doctor's appointments, right? When you go for your annual physical, like, are you going in worried? And if you're going into your doctor's appointment worried about what your doctor's going to say about your health or your weight or your blood results, why? Why are you doing that to yourself? What things have you done consistently from the last doctor's appointment that has you feeling so worried and so intimidated about seeing your doctor a year later? And what if you made the mindset shift and consistently over time of that year, you showed up in a different way, so that when you go to your next doctor's appointment 360 some odd days later, you can be like, take it. Prove to me that the things that I'm doing are actually working for me, because consistently I have shown up for myself, and it's been enough time for that proof to show. So we are always consistent is the bottom line of what I want to share in my message here today. What are you being consistent with? And is that yielding you the result that you say that you really want? Words are very important. How we speak to ourselves in our brain, the belief systems that we want to accept, the belief systems we need to create. All of that is going to change what it is you are in fact consistent about, because the truth is we're all consistent. Where I think we need to get honest with ourselves is why we're settling for less than being over the moon excited about the results that we're getting over time with that consistency. And so think about that this weekend. Maybe start tracking some stuff. We're getting into goal setting season here in my community. I always start the last quarter of the year. We're going to start working on, finding our word of the year in our midlife mindset shift course. We're going to start setting our SMART goals for 2024 and start thinking about that. Like, what do you want to show up consistently with in your life so that next year some things are going to change for you in the direction that you want to go for your future self? and then we can start working on it a little bit here. And then if you're interested in joining us for the Midlife Mindset Shift course, we're going to get down and dirty in there and do that as well. Okay, I hope this message clicked for you. I hope it made you have a little bit of an aha moment. We are always showing up consistently. The thing we need to question is, do we like the results that we're getting from that? And if you don't, you show up consistently in a different way for yourself. You get to decide that right here, right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Charmin, how are you doing, my friend? Grateful to be home from the hospital after a stroke on Sunday, having rehab at home. Thank you for your prayers and kind thoughts. You are so welcome, my friend. You are so deserving of kind thoughts and prayers. Hopefully you'll have a speedy recovery. And then, like I said, shoot me a message when you're feeling up to it. And if there's anything that I can do for you, or anything I can provide for you information wise, or just, let you know I'm thinking about you, I'm always here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out. Leona, hello, my friend. Charmin, I'm so glad you're home and doing better. Yes, we've sent her lots of love and prayers. And that's what I love about this community as well. Okay, so the information about the intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course is up. The reason why I'm always talking about that course is this. We always think of intermittent fasting as a diet or a nutritional lifestyle change or whatever. And in a sense it is. But what it really is, the bottom line mission and passion I have in this community is the intermittent fasting course has been designed to help you change the way you think about caring for yourself. It just happens to be that the tool that we're using to do that, to make those shifts, to make you sit up and go, I'm tired of this, I want something different, is just intermittent fasting. That's the tool that we're using, because I'm giving you this opportunity with information, scientific information, proven information, because we have almost 10,000 women in our community who've been through the class and have graduated, who come back and share their stories. When you remove the problem, and for so many of us, the problem has been how we've been conditioned around food, how we feel about food, how food makes us feel about ourselves, how we misuse food in our life for emotional and mental support when that's not what food is designed for. When we get that out of the way, our entire brain shifts for us, and it shifts in the direction that we say that we want to go if you're open to the shift. If you don't treat it like a diet, it can absolutely change every aspect of your life, above and beyond your health, above and beyond your weight, above and beyond your physique. It will change every aspect of your health, because you will learn how to show up as a fully healthy woman, mentally, emotionally, and physically. And that's why I highly recommend everyone starts there. The aha moments that you're going to have about yourself in class are just going to be mind-blowing for you. And it's so hard for me to describe, which is why I love when you guys come back and share your stories as a graduate. But you got to trust that this is going to be the thing that's going to help you. Good afternoon from Maine, Nancy. Hopefully you're doing well there. Bree is currently in class. Girlfriend, I'm loving all the comments that you're sharing inside of our course comment section. I love hearing from you every day. I hope you're doing well and you're getting everything that you need out of class. Diana, hello from Canada, ebbing and flowing and doing great. My jeans fit, no problem, from last winter. How exciting is that? Isn't that the best when you go to pull out your winter clothes and you're not stressed out about it? I did a whole video series probably 5 or 6 years ago now about the relationship we have with our closet, right? And how powerful of a relationship that has been for us, and how it can really set us off on the day, emotionally and mentally, about how we feel about ourselves just because of how our clothes are fitting. And why would we let our closet, or the clothes that we have in our closet, have that power over us? When, again, if you're just consistent with decision-making processes over time, you can just trust that no matter how long it's been since you slid into your jeans, they're going to fit for you because you're doing the things. So Diana, so proud of you. Leona, excellent message. You're welcome, my friend. Glees, hi, I'm late. Hi, I'm late. Love you, Diane. Love you too, my friend. And you're never late. Like we're here for a while. So you can always go back and catch the beginning and the recording if you want. Let's see, Nancy, I had bunion surgery 10 and have to have bar removed. I'm a little nervous about it because of doing pain medication for a few days and not being able to fast. Okay, so Nancy, this is why we have a lifestyle that we choose to live, so we can show up looking and feeling our best and living our most authentic life. So the ebb and flow of this lifestyle is the mindset approach that we take to living this lifestyle. It's not restrictive. It's not a be all end all. It's not life or death, and it doesn't have to be perfect. So my advice to you is use fasting to heal your body when you get done with all of that you have to do to get to the place where you can start to heal again, right? So if this bunion surgery is going to improve your life and your quality of life, then what you want to do is do everything that you can to get to that place. Sometimes we have to take a break, and that break for you is having surgery and being on pain medication. It's a temporary little season of your life, not the big picture of your life. And then you fast when you can, and then you heal your body. You feast well. And by the time you're done with your pain medication, you can get right back into your 24. Your body's already starting from a better place. So you have that head start and that advantage that you're going into this surgery with. You will probably shock your doctor at how quickly you heal because you're doing it from a healthy place and you're going to do it in a healthy way, and you'll be back before you know it. That's the mindset you want to take with these kind of situations. They're a little bump in the road. We know how to deal with bumps in the roads. We practice that. And you just get back on your feet figuratively and, metaphorically, whatever, as fast as you can. And that's why you're getting bunion surgery. You're going to be great. You're going to be great. You have to keep the positive mindset. Don't be stressed about it. January 23 grad, jump into class. It's awesome. Thank you, my friend. Kathy, I have a question for you about the 24-hour fast. I ended my feasting window at 4 p.m. If I started my feasting window at 5 p.m., the next day is at a 24-hour fast. Technically, we don't really worry about that too much here. That's just that busyness again, that a lot of people want you to think that it has to be perfect. And if you don't do it for the, exact amount of hours, did you really even? No, we don't do that here. It's good enough. Sure. It's within a 24-hour period. Right. And so it sounds like what you're doing is really technically called one meal a day. And I say if those kind of terms and conditions for what you want to do for yourself kind of, waste too much space in your brain, let it go. You had one meal a day. Do you feel great? Did it work for you? Did you thrive in it? What's your goal for doing that? Answer all of those questions, but don't put a label on it. It's too confusing and no one really cares. We only put labels on things to sell things, literally. There's books about the warrior diet and what that is in a fasting protocol. There's books and philosophies on, the 16-8. Just fast and feast. We understand the science part. 17 hours is really where we believe that, autophagy starts taking place. We know here the 20-hour mark is where we really thrive in this season of life. For a lot of people, one meal a day is the best scenario. For others, it's, you have to eat 4 or 5 hours a day. Just lean into what feels good for you and remove the titles of the things. And if you ate at 4 and you finished at 5 and you feel great at that, then that's what you did. For sure. We have a whole section in our midlife mindset shift course where me and my husband did these funky little fasting things, and we just named them things that worked for us, right? So I think we did a Wednesday to Friday fast where we just took a little extra time in the week when we were busy to fast longer. And then we broke our fast and had date night on Friday night, or Sunday to Monday fast. We fasted 30 something hours. So call it what you want. Don't worry about it though. Too technical makes it too complicated. Bree, class is great. Great insights gained today. Love it. Awesome, my friend. I'm so happy for you. And I'm glad that you trusted you and you trusted me and you jumped off the fence and you jumped into class. I'm so proud of you. Silky, January 23 grad, 75 plus down. So you and Leona were in class together. Did you guys cross paths when you were in class together? 75 pounds down, consistently 24 and one meal a day, once a week, flexible with memory making moments. My body knows I won't be eating till after 4 p.m. Jump into class and hit that like button. Yeah. That's what I say too. I get that question all the time. Are you going to fast forever? Yes, in some way, shape, or form. Are you always going to fast 20 hours a day? I don't know. Some days I do. Some days I don't. We just did GKI week. I fasted longer than I usually do and had less in my feasting window. I felt absolutely amazing. And so, experiment with some things and see what's good for you. But my brain believes that fasting is the best thing because I just don't tell my brain anything else. And so if you're having some conflicts mentally, if you're feeling like you can't stay consistent with this lifestyle, if you feel like you're unsure of things, that's because you're allowing those thoughts to be in your brain. Just don't allow them to be in your brain, right? And so I believe I fast 20 hours every day, and I believe that this is the best thing for me, and I just don't let any other beliefs go in my brain, and it works. It's fascinating. Our brain, fascinating. I worked, Kathy, I worked well, loved it, was easier than I thought. I feel really good. Well, there you go. So don't title it or title it what, it's Kathy's fast. So what does Kathy's fast look like where the easier than I thought fast, call it that, right? And then you just break your fast at 4 and you stop eating at 5 and like, oh, that was easier than I thought fast. I think I'm going to do that every time I'm feeling a little sluggish or every time I'm feeling like I want to make a shift. I'm like, I'm just going to do the easier than I thought fast. Call it what you want. Super fun when we do that. Yeah, no labels. We don't have to stick by other people's names for things. Like we can name it ourselves. We can totally name it ourselves. And that makes it a lot of fun. And then own that one. How can I do 20 hours of fasting while participating in a combination of HIIT and strength training? Very intense exercise some days, and I have not energy because I'm fasting. I'm told to fuel before and after. I don't know, fuel before and after. See how that works for you. I don't clean fast when I work out because I don't like the sluggish feeling when I start a workout. And so depending on where you are in your fasting journey and fasting mindset and fasting kind of maturity is what I like to call it, you can decide what you want to do. The thing with fasting that I think some of us need to really make sure we're checking in with is we let go of so much too fast that we're afraid to put back in. So once you're healed, which I'm healed, if you're working out like that, I'm sure you're probably healed too. If you're not trying to reverse anything specific, if you're really confident about what's going on in your fasting window, you're even more confident with what's going on in your feasting window, and your fitness is a priority, then you need to support your fitness. Does that mean you need to fuel before and after your workout? I don't know. I stay fasted post-workout because chemistry and hormonally wise in my body, it doesn't make sense for me to break my fast after I work out because I've just beautifully placed stored glucose into my system, and I want my body to utilize that and get me into fat burning mode and ketone production post workout, and if without having to follow a strict ketogenic diet to make that happen. And so I stay fasted and I love it. It is the absolute best. And I've tested it in multiple different scenarios and it works beautifully. So for you, you have to figure that out. And then what are you doing for a HIIT workout? Is it a true HIIT workout? Or are you like going, 20 to 30 minutes at a zone 4 or zone 5? And because your heart rate's high, you're calling that a HIIT workout because HIIT workouts are high intensity interval training. You're high and recover, you're high and recover, you're high and recover. And so you have to look at that too. What's the duration of that intensity of a workout? Is it the workout you're doing that's causing you to feel like you don't have energy because it's done in a way that isn't the way it's intended to be done? Like there's lots of things to think about in that. And that'll answer the question for you. And then why are you doing that kind of workout? And why are you fasting? And then once you figure all of those things out, then you'll be able to put some of those missing pieces to your puzzle together and then hopefully get the result that you want. And then enjoy your exercise and not feel like you're having an energy drain. So lots of things to think about there. I am in this phase now of doing this for 7, almost 8 years where I'm really making it my own rules, right? And I'm just not worrying about what other people say about fasting and how to do it right and if you're doing it wrong. And I've put in my time. I know I'm a very, very intimate with my body. I know what I need to do to support my fitness. I know where I get my best results. I know what foods work for me. I know what foods don't work for me. I really do my best to avoid situations where I have regrets about food decisions and all of those kind of things. So you can mature into this and really create a lifestyle that will work for you with the choices that you want to make. And then we have to go back again and go, why are we doing this, right? And do we have to be squeaky clean, super long, perfect every day? I don't believe we do once we've done the initial work. Once you've done the initial work and you're not managing anything anymore that you're trying to reverse, let it go and just be free and enjoy your life. I hate thinking about intermittent fasting every single second of my day. I just don't enjoy that. And so I've really learned to let a lot of that go. And that's really what I'm hoping to be able to coach you guys with a lot of this mindset stuff is just go live your life. You looking good? Like the way you like what you see when you walk by a mirror? I've been liking it lately. Do you like the way you feel? Are you consistently doing things to make that happen for yourself? Are you doing that in your most authentic way? Then girl, go do that. Go do that for sure. Okay, great questions, great comments today. I absolutely love you guys. Today being here was absolutely like a miracle. I wasn't supposed to be here. I didn't plan on coming on live. I was going to post something saying, I'll see you guys on Monday. So I'm glad I was able to come. Make sure you do some of this mindset shift work. You are in control always of the thoughts that are flowing through your own brain and your own mind. If they're not serving you, change them. You just get to decide something differently. And then that will end up resulting in what you show up consistently for over time. The results that you're going to get from that are going to shift into the direction that you say that you really want to go. Super powerful, super simple concepts, but we have to make sure that we're connecting with them for sure. Okay, so like I said, intermittent fasting for today's Aging Woman course is open. We are revamping the midlife mindset shift course. That's going to be open hopefully in the next couple of weeks because we're gearing up for a lot of the end of the year things that we want to do and some goal setting work, and we'll be doing that inside of there. If you ever need anything from me, you guys know how to reach out to me. Always feel free to send me an email or you can DM me anywhere around the internet. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will see you guys on Monday.